Well, before I begin, I feel I ought to declare an interest and would assert that I am obviously eminently qualified to take part in this debate. I would fully endorse the Minister when he says that he wants Wales to be the best place in the world to grow old and even to be old. We live in a world obsessed by age and stereotypical views of older people. All too often they are spoken about in a derogatory, disrespectful and even defamatory manner. And I'm not talking about my family here. This can undermine older people's self-esteem, self-confidence and independence. Phrases such as burden of care and silver tsunami that are sometimes used by public services, the media and other commentators are simply unacceptable. Too many older people feel that services and indeed some sections of society discriminate against them simply because of their age. This includes financial services, health services and other essential support agencies. Older people are not a homogeneous group that should be defined by their age or stereotypes. Putting equality and human rights at the heart of public services and wider society delivers a better quality of life for everyone, not just older people. I was born in an age when older members of the family were not only respected, but were at the centre of the family scene. It was the older generation who ensured that standards were kept, and they were the ones most likely to let you know, in no uncertain terms, if your behaviour was unacceptable. More than 39,000 older people in Wales, a proportionately higher figure than the rest of the UK, are said to be victims of abuse. For many, this occurs in the place they call home. Domestic abuse and sexual violence can affect anyone, regardless of their gender, ethnic origin or sexual orientation. It is a sad statistic that older people with a disability are at even greater risk of being abused than those without such impediments. Increasingly, older people are at risk not only physically, but also emotionally and financially. Work has begun in Wales to improve how we identify those at risk and keep them safe, but we must also ensure that older people have access to the full support of our civil and criminal justice systems. Engagement across Wales with older people, their families and stakeholders highlighted growing concern about the way older people were treated while in hospital, particularly with regard to dignity and respect. The Commissioner's requirements for action clearly outline the change that is needed to drive up the quality of life and care of older people living in care homes across Wales. There still remains significant concerns about the use of antipsychotic medication for people with dementia and the inappropriate use of antipsychotics in care home settings. We must ensure that public bodies take concerted action to deliver the change required and through this to embed quality of life at the heart of residential and nursing care within Wales and ensure that older people receive the care to which they are entitled. I would like to thank Sarah Rhira for the time she has done, the work she has done over the 6 years of being the Older People's Commissioner for Wales. She has left a legacy that will allow older people in Wales to be treated with greater dignity and respect.